Hey guys, Ryan here. Hope everyone's doing well. Hope you guys aren't um, getting too bored. But in case you are, I decided to come up with a little cooking club for you guys to do while you're home with some real simple ingredients you have in the house. All you really need is a cucumber, 6 ingredients. Cucumber, 1. Tomatoes, any type of tomatoes, doesn't matter, 2. I suggest you use any type of herb, but I suggest basil. Also, basil is kind of what I had laying around in my house, so I'm gonna use basil. 3, 4 would be any type of dressing. I'm using an olive oil and vinegar dressing because that's what I use on all my salads. But literally any dressing, any vinegar-based, olive oil-based, vinaigrette, Italian dressing, anything like that is fine. That's 4. And in 5 and 6, if you've been in my cooking club before, you know our essential building blocks in all cooking: salt and pepper. All right. Also, ingredient-wise, you need a bowl, a knife. I have 2 that I use, and a spoon. Simple, right? Before we get started, please make sure you wash your hands. I want to see you guys make sure you get a good lather. Soak it up for about 20 seconds, get it under that hot water, get it nice and clean. I've done that, and then furthermore, I put gloves on my hands after. Whenever I do cooking, as you guys know, I always keep my hands protected, just to make sure we're staying super sanitized and not getting any icky germs on anything. Moving on, after your hands are washed, are they washed? Good. After your hands are washed, we're going to start with the cucumber, okay? So a couple things. Some people don't like eating the skin of the cucumber. If you don't like eating the skin of the cucumber, that's okay. You can peel it off. I love the skin. It's really good. It tastes good. It has a ton of nutrients. It's really good for you. I see no point in cutting the skin off, right? So you're going to take your cucumber, lay it down flat, take your knife, and you're going to go right down the middle of the cucumber, right? If you mess up a little, who cares? Right? Boom. You're going to use your spoon, and you see all those seeds? Here's the thing about those seeds. They're full of water, and water in your salad is no good. It doesn't work. It doesn't help. It just makes your salad all soggy and gross. So what you're going to do is lightly take your spoon, put your thumb on the back of the spoon, right? Push into the cucumber and pull forward, and you're just going to get all of that seeds all out, right? So you still have plenty of cucumber left. Kind of looks like a canoe or a boat. See? Pretty cool. And you can eat this if you want. Good. But whichever. Or throw it away. So now you're going to take your cucumber that you have shaped like a boat. Can I slide it back? Oh, yeah, cool. And I was going to say cut it in half, but it already did it for me. And you're going to take each half and just cut slices. You want the slices to kind of look like the same size as the tomato that you cut, because when you're eating a salad, you want everything to kind of be uniform, to be the same size, so when you take a bite, you get a bite of everything that you put inside your salad. So I'm going to cut more of this cucumber right down the middle. Nice uniform slices, like so. So then you have cucumbers that look like this. Can you guys see? Can you see? Awesome. Right? Sweet, sweet, sweet. I'm going to do that with the other half of the cucumber. And take your time, like there's no rush. You got all day. Take your time. Have fun with this. Right? So the second half of that cucumber, same thing. Then we're going to take it, cut it right down the middle. I hope, you guys, with your parents' supervision, you can use a sharper knife. If not, most of this can be done with a butter knife. It might be a little longer, but I trust that you guys can use knives with your parents' supervision, and you'll be okay. All right? Cucumber's done. Put them in the bowl, like so. We don't need them anymore, well, at least not for right now. And now we're gonna move on to our tomatoes. I have these nice cherry tomatoes. I love these because they're like kind of sweeter than most normal tomatoes, and I like my tomatoes to be sweet. Also, when you're cutting a tomato, here's a secret. Try using a serrated knife, or what you would call a bread knife. Ask mommies and daddies at home. They might have one, they might not. If you do have one, it helps really, really a lot with cutting a tomato. I'm not sure why. One day I just kind of did it, and I was like, wow, this was really great with cutting a tomato, because the tomato has so much water in it, and it just kind of like splashes everywhere. Bread knife does the job every time. So we want the tomato to kind of be the same size as the cucumber, remember? And this is obviously way bigger than that. So what we're gonna do is take the tomato. Can I pull this back so you can see? There we go. Take the tomato. I'm gonna cut it in half. Look how easily that went through, right? And we're gonna take that half and cut that half in half. So we end up with 4 pieces of tomato from one little cherry tomato. See? Uno, can I raise that up? There we go. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro. Really nice. All right. So we do that till we have an even amount of tomatoes to the cucumbers that we have in our bowl. This salad is something that I eat a lot. It's super refreshing. It lightens up anything that you're eating it with. Sometimes we have a tendency to eat a lot of heavy food, especially now that we're all kind of quarantined at the moment. But this, you add it to something. Sometimes you can put it on top of something. I've had it on top of a hamburger once. Oh man, that was good. Really, really, really good. I can serve it as a side, you know, whatever. Or if you just want a nice little snack. Or if you have like pita chips at home, you can kind of like scoop it on a pita chip. That's really good. Anything crunchy, some toast would be pretty cool. Mix it in with your hummus. That's another idea. You know, whatever. You have fun. Food is supposed to be fun. Do what you like. All right. I'm gonna try to cut maybe, I don't know, let's see, 2 or 3 more tomatoes should be fine. Again, make sure you're taking your time when you're cutting these tomatoes, guys. If you have bigger tomatoes, it'll probably be a lot easier for you to deal with it. I've been cutting tomatoes for a very long time, so I have a little more proficiency with these smaller ones. But they can be a little tricky at times. And if you don't cut it exactly even, again, so does that really matter? No, it doesn't matter. Do your best, have fun, sing a song while you're cutting. I'm not gonna sing a song because we all know my voice is not built for singing. See, look, I ruined that one. Well, it's all good. It's all good. All right. So we have our cucumbers. We have our tomatoes. It's smelling good. It's looking good. Now, let's talk about basil. Basil is used in a lot of Italian cooking, but I love the smell of it. I love the taste, the aroma it gives food. You know, you can smell basil. You walk in a supermarket, you can smell basil a mile away if it's really good basil. So what we're gonna do, you can do this one of 2 ways. You can do it, you can do it the adult way, or you can do it the kids way. The adult way would be you stack them up like that, almost like a sandwich, right? And you roll it really tight, really tight, really tight, really tight, really tight. So it kind of looks like a cylinder, right? And you take your knife and you're gonna cut each strand, right? Take your time with it. Again, it doesn't matter if it's really long or really short or really fat, who cares? And you end up with these strands. And what we're going to do with those strands is just put them right into our salad. Right? So that would be one way of doing it. Another way of doing it, a lot easier, is to just take some, right? Make sure you take those stems off, because those stems, see that stem? You don't want to eat that. No, that's no bueno. Take some basil, doesn't matter how much, how little, whichever, and you just rip it. Just rip it. Take your hands, have fun. Try to rip it as small as you can, but again, if you get a big piece of basil, doesn't matter. Right? Rip, rip, rip. Awesome. And then you take your little rip shreds and you put them in your bowl. Right? So we have a nice little mix of cucumbers. This is weird to do. Cucumbers, basil, tomatoes, right? Finishing touches. We're going to add some salt, not too much, just enough to wake up all our herbs. Because when we talked about why we use salt because it helps to pick up the flavors of everything that you cook with. Stir it around, stir it around. Right? Gotta get nice and in there. I think it needs a little bit more. A little more tomatoes than I thought. And pepper. I like the pepper that grinds out because it's really fresh and you don't have to use too much of it. And that's really important. Right? Stir that around. Stir that around. And then you can do two things. You can stop here. That's fine. Perfectly fine. But I love olive oil and vinegar dressing. Like, hands down, my favorite dressing. Probably the only dressing I use at this point. Take some. Not a lot. Not a lot. Honestly, like a capful. Yeah, maybe a capful and a half. So we're going to fill up our cap. Right? Pour it in there. And let's do a half a capful. Pour it in there. Right? No real true measurements. You know, it's not that serious. Give it a good stir. And we're going to let it sit for a second. Right? While we let it sit, remember when I was talking a little earlier about if you have like pita chips or something like that to dip it in? I think I do have pita chips. Hold on one second. Hold on, hold on. Hang out with me for 1 second. I believe I have pita chips. And I'm going to grab a plate as well. All right, we're good. We're back. So we got our plate. We got some pita chips. Let's put our salad on our plate. Oh man, that looks delicious. Can you see? So it's got a nice little glaze from the dressing. We got our salt, we got our pepper, cucumbers, tomatoes. Super light, super refreshing. Let's give it a taste, most importantly. Oh man. That is so good. That is so good. And then, like I said, if you really want to add something to it, you get a pita chip. Scoop a little bit on there. It's a little chunky, but that's okay. That's it. Alright guys, I expect to see you guys make this, replicate it, send me some pictures, some videos, show me how well you did, and I will be seeing you guys soon, alright? Stay safe.